Hey everyone, welcome to the GameGravy Rewind podcast. This is episode 81, and I am Michael, and with me I have Chris.
What's going on? How's it going?
Now you guys have noticed that both Chris and I were doing a lot of E3 live tweets and updates on Facebook and Twitter, and also on NintendoFever.com, which is our sister site that we own, so hopefully you were following us there for Nintendo stuff. And yeah, this is kind of like... Not necessarily a recap of E3, because if you want to see, I like take pride in all the recaps that we do, and I like to put everything in one post per publisher. If you want to see full recaps for each press conference, if you missed that, check out our website, GameGravy.com, and check it out, because we have it broken out by like publisher, and it'll be like all the trailers and announcements per publisher, so it's just easy to catch up.
Yeah.
Anyways, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about some of our favorite things that popped up at E3 and kind of how we felt about certain announcements, what we did hear, what we didn't hear, and see if you guys agree with us. And if there's something that we missed that you think that we should have covered, why don't you let us know in the comments below, or tweet at us, or join our Facebook community group, GameGravy. It's a public one, and let us know there, and we'll bring it up next time and call you out. Chris, so...
What's up?
Overall impression of E3. Yay, nay, surprised, yay.
I mean, I would call it mediocre, almost.
Mediocre, okay.
Because it was just too, I don't know, there was nothing that grabbed me and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Well, I have to disagree with you on that, but I will tell you, I was a lot more surprised of this E3 than the past couple E3s, to be honest with you. The only conference, I'll flat out just say it, I love all publishers and I love all developers and stuff like that, but I think Nintendo just freaking killed it this E3. There were a lot of great announcements from everybody, but Nintendo just absolutely surprised and killed it.
Oh, they did. Because the fact that they originally was like, oh, we're only going to be talking about 2017 games, and then they came out like, hey, we're doing a Pokemon game for the Switch, and all this other stuff. I'm like, what? Like, you coming out with all this? You're saying all this right now? It's not even in 2017 or coming out in 2017. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Nintendo's conference through and through. No, I just wish. I mean, I'm not a Metroid Prime fan.
Okay.
I've never played Metroid Prime, so I know a lot of people are excited about that. So if you don't know already, Metroid Prime 4 was announced.
For the Switch.
For the Switch.
It's in development.
Yes, in development. All they showed was the 4 and then Metroid Prime. Nothing really else.
Correct.
Nothing really more than that.
No. But, there are some good announcements. I definitely was thrown off by Metroid Prime 4, and also they're trying to make us buy 3DS games again, because Metroid Samus Returns looks amazing, and that's going to be released for the 3DS. Yeah, and the other game that they're releasing for the 3DS was Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions, which looks pretty cool. For the people that have already played the Super Star Saga, it won't be anything new to you, except for the Bowser Minions part, but I heard a lot of people that have already played the crap out of that, they're like, I'm not interested. But the people that haven't, they have another 3DS game to get. So, I'll just say that right there.
Right. I mean, with also, big announcement here, big news. One of our predictions came true. Rocket League Switch. Just throwing.
Yes, yeah, that is true. Also, too, the other prediction that I announced was I said we're gonna hear something for Kingdom Hearts 3, and we did.
Yeah, but that was way before any of the conferences, though.
So it's still, we heard something about it. It might not come out for the next 20 years, but we heard something. Did we not? I think we did. So that was a semi prediction come true. I'll just say that.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Okay. All right. Well, let's kind of jump in. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with Sony? Do you want to start with EA?
Let's start with. Let's start with the first one. EA did good.
Okay.
It was okay. I enjoyed Need for Speed. Crap. blanked on the name. I was Need for Speed, and I forgot the exact full name of it. It's going to come to me. It's going to come to me. It's going to come to me. I swear it is. But I enjoyed that one.
Are you talking about Need for Speed Payback?
Yes, Need for Speed Payback. There you go.
Okay.
The trailer reminded me a lot of Fast and the Furious.
Okay.
Because
I agree with you on that one. It kind of has that feeling.
Yeah, and then when you chase in the car and you're like, oh, we're going to reach it before they reach the city, kind of a thing. So it was like, okay, this is like very cinematic. I did enjoy that. I enjoyed the game called A Way Out.
Okay.
That is a indie title. That was one of the EA indies, where you pretty much it's two guys in a prison. You have to play with a partner.
This just sounds funny. Two guys in a prison.
Two guys in a prison. You know, just doing the kind of thing.
Sounds like a bad joke.
But pretty much is a prison break, and like the whole game is in split screen. Even when you're playing online, it is split screen, so you can see what the
interesting.
So you can see what the other character is doing. That I thought was pretty cool and neat. They showed a teaser for Anthem that they were like, "Oh, we're just going to show it at the Microsoft conference," and we'll talk about that in a bit. But
sure.
A Way Out and Need for Speed Payback were the only ones that really stuck out with me. Battlefront 2 was there. Don't get me wrong, it's freaking awesome. Seeing Darth Maul just being like going all crazy, I thought was like the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen as far as Star Wars games wise.
And on top of that, the DLC for Battlefront 2 is going to be completely free.
That is true.
That's an awesome announcement.
Yeah. No more of this paid crap.
Yeah, no more $50 Battlefront DLC. And Battlefront's the Star Wars games. I mean, you should know that, but if just in case, because I know a lot of people that listen might not, they might be in the car and might not be thinking straight. It's the Star Wars games.
Yeah. Star Wars first-person shooter. Boom. There you go.
Yeah. And last time that, the game was like, what, $60? And then the DLC was another $50? Yep. People were just livid. Now they fixed that, which is good.
I wonder if we're going to get a VR mission like we did last time.
That would be sweet. Make it like a Sony exclusive VR mission.
Yeah, that's what they did last year. I mean, I got the VR mission. I played that. I thought that was amazing.
I agree. I did not. I saw it in demo, but I didn't actually get my hands on it because the line was too long.
Gotcha.
And I don't have the VR. I mean, I have it in my living room, but I just don't have the Sony, the PS VR.
Oh, okay.
Which I will play when I get it. All right. What's next?
Next one was Bethesda.
All right. Yeah, that didn't really do nothing. It didn't do anything for me.
Yeah. Oh no, it wasn't Bethesda. It was Microsoft. I apologize.
I was gonna say
it was Microsoft and then Bethesda. I apologize.
Okay. So the big news from Microsoft was the drumroll, the Xbox One X.
Yes.
Which people are like, were excited about. Some people were mad about. Some people were like confused about it. Pretty much, to sum it up in a nutshell, is if you have an Xbox One S, do you need the Xbox One X? Which sounds very similar. No, you don't. However, the cool thing about the Xbox One X, the newer one, is that it's got 12 gigs of GDDR5 memory, right? Mm-hmm. And the Xbox One S does not. I believe it has 8. And then the other thing is the Xbox One S has only 4K playback via 4K Blu-ray. The Xbox One X, the new system, has not only 4K playback via movies, but it also has native 4K gaming as well, too.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And the other cool thing is, for the games that you own for Xbox One, no matter what it is or when it came out, if you own it, they're going to be doing free 4K enhanced games for free. So the update patch will come in for it, so you can have native 4K gaming on the new Xbox One X. To me, that seems worth it. If GameStop does a trade-in, upgrade trade-in, like, hey, bring your Xbox One S in and we'll give you an extra whatever to trade in, if you're trading it in towards the Xbox One X, I will do that, because it'll be like, I got my Switch for like $50, or actually no, it canceled itself out for like even. I traded in my Wii U, all 12 games, and I got the Switch for free. I would do that with my Xbox One, except I wouldn't trade the games in, so I'd have a balance still. But I think it's worth it. I want native 4K gaming and playback. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Personally. And I have a 4K TV that has HDR10 on it, so it can fully take advantage of it. If I didn't have an HDR TV, that would be a whole different story. I wouldn't buy it.
Huh.
Because it wouldn't be worth it. Because you couldn't take advantage of all the awesome technology. You'd be able to take advantage of, like, it still look really good, and you'd be able to take advantage of, like, the specs and the RAM and, you know, all that stuff,
right.
and the processor speed. But you wouldn't get the 4K native gameplay or playback because your TV is not compatible to actually do it.
Right. Now, I'm on the opposite side of you. I find no reason to get it right now.
And do you have a 4K TV?
Yeah, downstairs. I just have. Honestly, if I was going to do it, I'd rather get the PlayStation 4 Pro. Even though I know it's not like.
But the specs are better on the Xbox One X.
It is, but it's also $100 more, and I can't justify paying $100 more for a system that I barely even play.
The thing with the PlayStation 4 Pro is it's upscaled 4K, and this is native 4K. That's the difference. So I'm going to wait till Sony fixes their PlayStation and gets the next iteration of it. Because I feel like the PlayStation 4 Pro is like the mid-step for them.
Yeah.
You know? Like, because it's not too terribly more advanced than the PlayStation 4. You know, the actual visual enhancements are so slight that you have to see side-by-side comparisons on TV and screens in order to actually see the difference.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Like, when it comes down to the fact of even... I've heard people were complaining... Not complaining, but I've heard people saying the fact that, like, when you're playing the Xbox One X and you're playing a new game, like, say, for instance, the new Assassin's Creed Origins,
Mm-hmm.
They were saying the fact, like, his hood doesn't look right. His face, his textures shouldn't look like that, and like the detail on it is so precise that it makes it kind of look everything stand out to, as far as the fact when 1080p you will notice, but like you won't notice as much, but like in 4K
you're just saying it's too crisp.
Yeah, it's too crisp, and you'd be like, that shouldn't...
I don't know. I'd have to actually see that in action, because there's things that smooth it out that you can adjust to not have it look like that. It would still have the awesome details. It really depends on your setup. That's a whole other podcast, dude.
Yeah. I know. I was just going to the fact of like what from people who played it at E3 and what they were saying, and I was like, that's interesting. And I mean,
that's an interesting viewpoint for sure. When does realism become too real?
Yeah.
And you don't have that cinema quality anymore. You have like realism where you're like, wow, that's a 3D person, you know. Yeah. That's like crispy. But anyways, let's move on.
Okay.
Let's write that down for later. We'll talk about that in the whole podcast.
Okay.
So the games that I most look forward to out of the Microsoft conference was the by the way, the Xbox One X is going to be $500.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case you're like, damn it, you didn't say how much it costs.
November 7th, it releases.
Yes, correct. Of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the games I'm looking forward to from the Microsoft conference that killed it: Assassin's Creed Origins. You already said that.
Yep.
It looks awesome. It takes place in ancient Egypt, which I've been wanting for a very long time, and I am buying that. It's going to be awesome. You can use scythes and stuff. Heck yeah! Come on. The other one that made like me just drop everything and go, what? Was Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Really?
Right? Yes. You know why?
Why?
I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan, first of all.
Okay.
But this game gets it right. It uses Marvel vs. Capcom type engine for fighting. You know, you can do 3-on-3 fighting. And on top of that, the effects are amazing. They're just like the sound effects and the visual effects do it just like the actual TV show that you're watching.
Okay.
It's true. It's like, it looks amazing, and the gameplay and handling is going to be smooth as hell. So I'm all about that. I love that type of fighting engine. It's going to look beautiful, sound beautiful. I already reserved it. It's done.
Huh.
I'm going to get that.
I was more of the 3D fighting Dragon Ball Z one. I like those better, but
I mean, those were okay, but this one's like true to like how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
So I feel like if you like those, you would love this one. And talking to some people that actually played it they're like, buy it, go reserve it. You're totally gonna like it. So I was like, that's all I need to know. The other one, which is cool, and all right, another game that I saw that I really liked there. It has a Blade Runner-esque feel, and I think they're just nodding their head to the Blade Runner world. I don't actually think it's a Blade Runner game, but it's called The Last Night. And it's like 2D, 3D-ish, side-scrolling Blade Runner-looking type of game.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. It was awesome.
Definitely blew me away. I was like, whoa. And it was in 4K, so all the little effects popped out really crazily if you were watching on your Xbox and on your TV. Which a lot of people did experience the E3 conference that way, and it's really cool if you did. I'm not sure if you did, but...
Yeah, I just did it on YouTube.
I mean, it still works.
On a 75-inch 4K TV.
Yeah. It's big. It's like a movie theater, right?
Exactly. Took up a whole...
The other one is Sea of Thieves, which is like Destiny but pirates. You're just like you're pirating. You're going around getting plunder and whatever the hell pirates do, and stab each other and doing adventures and solving platform puzzles online like an MMORPG. So you're like, sweet.
And shooting yourself out of a cannon and all that.
Yeah, that's how you should travel, And you're finding treasure in the ocean, and it just looks kind of cool. Like, the design and treatment of it looks fun, and if nobody plays it, it's not going to be fun. It's only going to be enjoyable when you play with other people. Although, they do have single-player online, but you're going to want to play with other people. That's what makes it, awesome.
Yeah, because everyone has their own different roles.
Exactly.
One could be steering the ship, the other one shooting the I forgot what they're called. The guns.
Yeah, the guns. The like the old school guns, the cannon guns.
Yeah. The cannons, there you go. That's what I meant to say.
The ball-bearing guns.
There you go.
Another game that looked awesome, that has a great style and graphics to it, was Ashen. It looks like an action role-playing game. And you're looking for a place to call home, I guess. And there's no sun. It's like natural light comes from like eruptions within the land. Like, there's just darkness all around, and you just have to forge your way through it and find your way to the light. And it looks like it's multiplayer, which is pretty cool. I think. I'm not sure.
It sort of looked like it.
I wasn't sure. It didn't really say. I just, from the trailer, it looked like it. But I thought it was really appealing and something I definitely would like to get my hands on to play.
Okay.
My other one, which I actually was a little excited about, and I don't know if you remember, but I did Lucky's Tale VR review before. Now they're creating, so what they did, they went back to it, they've revamped some of the stuff, they've added more detail. Obviously it's not in VR, but they created Super Lucky's Tale. And there's going to be like boss fights and stuff like that in there. And that's coming in November 7th of this year, and it looks awesome. It's like a platforming game. And you're like a little fox, and you run around collecting coins. Some of them are hidden too, which is awesome. It kind of has that Mario type of vibe to it,
So is this their way to compete with Mario Odyssey if it comes out?
No, I don't think this is going to compete on any level with Mario Odyssey because of the detail and granular stuff that they've added to all. Mario Odyssey is so in depth. Let's not get into that right this second. But Super Lucky's Tale is going to be awesome. It's going to be really cool and fun. And yeah, I'm going to get it. And yeah, they showed Cuphead again.
Yeah, and they gave a release date.
Finally, September 29th this year. It's the game that has never been seen, right? It's like said never been seen. Never been is crossed out, and it's the seen before title.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, that's coming out. Looks awesome. The trailer was very short, but we've all seen gameplay, so we know what it's about. And then Ori 2,
Yeah.
The Will of the Wisps.
The Will of the Wisps.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome. I can't wait to play that. I liked Ori, the first one. Did you?
I never played.
Go play
honestly.
Ori. It's awesome.
I am sorry.
It's like $10, I
have no
think
reason
now.
To turn on my
It's
Xbox.
like $10. That game is totally worth playing. Ask Jeff. Jeff will yell at you too.
Jeff will play every game under the sun.
Yeah, but he plays good games for the most part, because they're all the games that I like for the most part.
Okay.
He's got good taste in games. Let's just say that. All right, that concludes the Microsoft conference.
Whoa!
In my opinion.
Hold
In my
on, buddy.
opinion. So,
Are you forgetting Anthem? Are you forgetting Metro?
I'm talking about my favorites that I saw. Yeah. I think Metro looks cool. I'd play it. Metro Exodus, you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would play it. Obviously, Forza. I'm a car guy. I like Forza, but Forza's Forza, so it's not something that was like, oh my god! I knew it was coming. You know, Metro Exodus, I didn't see coming.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming, and the fact how it looked, I was like, holy
It does look
crap.
beautiful.
Because the fact that, like, if that how it will look when it comes out, I might just get an Xbox One X just for that. And then not only that, but also Anthem as well, because Anthem looks freaking amazing. Anthem looks like the freaking Destiny killer that
Oh
EA
god,
has.
I don't believe EA could create a Destiny killer, but yeah, it looks cool. I'll have to play it to see it.
Yeah, and if it really does look the way it was shown in that trailer, we'll see.
You know how that goes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have to just see.
Yeah.
Well, let's freaking. Are you good with Microsoft now, or?
I am good with
Okay.
Microsoft. Anthem. Was
Sorry, I
amazing to
forgot
me.
Metro Exodus and
Anthem. Yeah, those two were top dogs in my book.
All
But
right.
anyway,
Nintendo.
all right, moving
They
on.
killed it. Everybody knows it. Super Mario Odyssey looks amazing. So they have 2D to 3D modes where certain facets of the level will convert you into 2D, like old NES, and then you can convert right back into the 3D world by going through the pipe or finishing that little part of the level, which just looks amazing. You can
Right.
throw your hat on objects and transport and become them, like, you know, Bullet Bob's or Bullet Bill's, sorry. A Tyrannosaurus Rex, like, you know, dinosaurs and stuff, and like, you know, Goombas, or and like it looks like you can just turn your hat and like throw your hat at stuff and become them, which is awesome.
Right, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, that with the 2D to 3D looks awesome. The variety and in depth of different levels, spendable currency looks great. You can buy costumes and different things like that. I feel like they just really went all out on this one and added a lot of depth and character to the Super Mario game that I don't think previously existed in any Mario game before. Like, all the Mario games I've played have been good, but like this is going to be like great, in my opinion.
This one is they're really trying to hit it out of the park.
I think it's going to match the epicness of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be that big, which I love that game anyways. But I feel like it's gonna go up there on that level because of the stuff that they're showing. Obviously, we already said Metroid Prime 4, Metroid Samus Returns for the 3DS, and Metroid Prime 4 is gonna be for the Switch. Those look awesome. We didn't really see much. We didn't see anything of Metroid Prime 4 besides hear some music and see a quick little animation teaser. But Metroid Samus Returns looks awesome. They did a lot of gameplay. They did a few boss battles. They actually, I think, went up to Evolution 4 of Metroid boss battle, and it looked pretty sweet. And if you go through our Nintendo Fever Twitter, you'll be able to actually see the live coverage and see a lot of the screenshots of the gameplay that it took from the live feed, which is pretty sweet. So if you have a chance, go through that. And it's just twitter.com/Nintendo Fever. But yeah, those games are all awesome. And then obviously Ubisoft's Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. That looks cool.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
It's pretty sweet. It's a turn-based RPG game where you don't control the characters, but you control the robot that leads the characters around, and it's turn-based battle.
Yeah, I thought it was actually pretty neat how you can jump on top of the other characters in your squad and like shoot at the other characters that you're trying to kill or defeat or whatever. I thought that was pretty cool.
I agree. And just the different gameplay looks great. It looks like they add a lot of depth to that game as well for replayability.
Yeah.
I have 2 more left. For me, it's Pokken Tournament. It looks cool. Actual Pokemon game where Pokemon fight against each other in real-time battle instead of turn-based, Which looks dope. You could just have 2 Pokemon beat the crap out of each other. Kind of like Smash Brothers, but not Smash Brothers, but just Pokemon. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That game I am so excited for. You can actually see all the variety of Titans they have in that game in the trailer if you watch it on our site. And you can actually explore on top of the Titans. Like, you can explore the Titans, which is great. And the world is huge and looks beautiful. I don't know. That's a title I'm definitely looking forward to.
Okay. I just have the Pokemon on Switch, Rocket League Switch, Mario Odyssey. That's pretty much it.
I forgot.
Did it for me as far
Fire
as
Emblem.
Nintendo.
Fire Emblem Warriors,
that's right.
Which is kind of like Hyrule Warriors type of the Warriors type of mode, but with all the Fire Emblem characters. Which is I love Fire Emblem characters, but I'm not a huge fan of turn-based, so I don't play all their games. But this game I'll definitely be buying and play because it's fun.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
if it's what you want, buddy.
For sure. And obviously we have the new Breath of the Wild DLC coming out this fall, which is cool. They announced that. And obviously we're gonna get 2 new Yoshi and Kirby games, or 1 Yoshi game and 1 Kirby game, which is cool for the Switch. But yeah, it's not my top list, although I love those games. We'll see how they are. I did.
What, you don't?
No, I'll play them. I just have so much to play and buy. I'm gonna be broke. It's not on my top list. I know that the one thing that was really interesting in the Nintendo conference that threw me off. It was a little weird, but cool. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. They're adding all Link stuff. Like his Master Sword and his outfits and stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought that was a little weird, but
it's cool.
Okay.
It's because they're bringing Skyrim to the Switch.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can dress like Link, which is pretty neat. I've already played the crap out of Skyrim, so I will not be buying that.
Yeah, and also as well as going in the same realm as Skyrim, they announced Skyrim VR.
Yes, which is cool. That'd be fun to play around with.
Cool.
They should do it for a game that we haven't already had for a long time.
Yeah.
It's like saying, "Hey, Madden 2014 is in VR now."
Oh,
cool.
That is so awesome,
yeah.
man.
But no, I mean, yeah, that'd be a fun game to play in VR for sure.
All right. I am good with
me too.
Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm good
Are you
with
good?
Nintendo.
Okay. Sony. Oh, Sony. Now, you haven't seen
I have not. I'll admit. I was so busy covering the Microsoft and Nintendo. I missed the Sony one.
Okay. Well, you remember how last year it was pretty much all they showed was games. Pretty much like announcements out the wazoo. This one was just expanding on more of that and showing more gameplay of what they have already announced.
Oh.
They showed more gameplay of Days Gone. And they showed the fact there's also humans you have to look out for and whatnot, and you can actually use the zombies or infected or whatever they're called now to use them against the other people to get to the destination where you want to get to, which I thought was pretty cool. They did not give a release date. They said 2018.
That's vague.
Another one was God of War. Shows
which
another
was an awesome
gameplay.
game, but showed more gameplay.
Showed more gameplay, and they said early 2018 for that one.
No date.
That kind of caught me off
Awesome.
guard. Yeah, honestly, they gave no date with anything.
That's very disappointing
None.
for Sony.
Very disappointing. And I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, what is Sucker Punch working on? They weren't there.
We're trying to build our PlayStation 5, man. Give us a break.
Come on. I mean, okay, here's one game that I didn't see there at all, and it has not been talked about in a long time. Dreams.
I don't know what that one is.
But it was made by Media Molecule, and they're like, oh yeah, they showed it a couple of E3s ago, and ever since then, nothing's been said about it. But moving on with this conference that
Didn't
we're
they
talking about
announce
now.
something else too? Okay. That one game that you really liked at E3, was it PAX that we saw? Was that EA or Ubisoft? I forget what it was. With that chick. Life is Strange. Yes. Yeah, they announced the second one for that.
Yeah, they announced the second one for that. I think it's a prequel. It's Life is Strange, the Before the Storm, and that comes out in August.
Cool.
The first episode
I just got season 1 for free on PSN. That was awesome.
Yeah. Kind of, I think that's why they did it, because they're like, oh, we're going to do the other one later. So, if you have a PSN and you like episodic games like The Walking Dead, go ahead and give Life is Strange a try.
It's really fun. I played the first episode. We both did, actually.
Yeah. What else they showed? Oh. For me, I enjoyed this quite a bit. Spider-Man, they showed
gameplay. I forgot about
Finally.
Spider-Man. I did see that because people were posting that trailer everywhere.
Yeah, because that trailer is amazing.
I can't wait for that game.
Although I do have some worries about it. There was a lot of quick time events.
Ew.
And I was like, oh man.
Kind of like Telltale games or whatever, like hit these 2 buttons or
yeah, but it was mainly like action.
Or God of War.
It was like
even.
mainly the action. It was more God of War, because it was like you were doing these impossible movements that you wouldn't been able to really do on your own. And so something happens if you're like, okay, I need to push this button, push that button, and he'll do this crazy thing, and then he does it, and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. But then he does other stuff, and there's like in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, there's also like little hints that tells you like, oh, you can run up and do it this way. You can perch over here. You can do. I was like, okay, that needs to go.
Yeah, I'm sure that will go away after a little bit, though.
I'm sure it will too, but like the demo was really impressive, and the fact that they showed Miles at the end, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I
don't know if you know who Miles is.
I haven't seen. No, I didn't see that part.
At the very end of the trailer, the kid was sitting there recording what was going on, and they're like, Miles, come on! And he looks back, and you see his Miles Morales. If you know the comic books, Miles Morales takes over for Peter at some point.
It's not the one in Texas, though, right? Okay,
no,
it's a different Spider-Man. Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't think I've gotten that far in the series. I have a little bit of Spider-Man Homecoming and stuff, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but that still doesn't have a release date. It's just 2018. Pretty much every game they showed was 2018, and they also announced Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, I saw that, the HD remake, right?
Yes, that's coming to PS4.
Yeah.
Which, if you've never played the game, like I have never played the game, I find that pretty cool, and like
you never played it?
And
see,
nope.
Okay. The thing about HD remakes are they're never as good as you remember them. Like Shadow of the Colossus was a badass game. I really liked it. I tried going back and playing it again recently, and I was just like, it's not as good as it was back in the day. Only because graphics are so much better now. But it's cool. Like, maybe it's going to be more fun seeing those HD graphics. What I would have personally liked, and maybe a lot of other people agree with me, maybe they disagree with me, I would think they'd agree with me. Give us a new Shadow Colossus game.
But didn't they do like a remastered edition when
for PlayStation 3.
for the for PS3. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but I think this will be higher resolution than that. Even I think they redid even more of the models.
You know, they did. It looked like they did. I mean, the game looks pretty good.
But I'm not sure how the actual engine and the gameplay is going to hold up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not sure how that's going to hold up nowadays. I'll get it just to see if it's any good to do a review on it, see how everything holds together. But I don't know. I'm nervous about. I have reservations about that.
Right.
I know Jeff
also,
said he did
they
too. We talked about that for a little bit.
Yeah. Also, as well, they showed a bunch of VR games. Which I thought
were you stoked?
cool.
Were you excited about it? Like, are there any must buys for you or no?
For me right now, all I care about for the next VR game that's coming out is Super Hot VR. That's all I care about.
All right, fair enough. What's that?
The Super Hot VR. Super Hot is this game.
Oh, I thought you said Hut, like Pizza
Steam.
Hut.
No,
Deliver
Super
pizzas.
Hot. No, like where you have to. It's kind of like a puzzle game where you have to like shoot your way out of a place, but then like you're like slowly. It's like time moving kind of a thing, but then people are constantly shooting you, and you have to constantly dodge bullets and shoot back at them, or throw the gun at them and hit them, or something. But either way, it's pretty cool, and you can play it on Xbox One. That's where I played it at, and I'm pretty sure it's on Steam.
But that's it out of the VR games? That's disappointing. If you have one game that you're like, oh, excited about, and everything else you thought was garbage?
That's one thing that stuck out with me. That was like, ooh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty much the only thing
cool
that stuck
platformers or anything?
Not that I can honestly
Yeah, they
remember.
keep reserving VR on PlayStation for like demos. Like tech demos and weird puzzles and stuff.
I mean, they did have a lot of games. It's just I'm drawing a blank on what exactly there all was.
I'll just look it up
really
later.
impressed
So
me.
I'll just have to look for myself. And then tell you how wrong you are.
Yes, please tell me how wrong I am.
And be like, these other games look awesome too. What other awesome Sony titles?
Honestly, they didn't really have much. Wow. They just expanded on what they showed last year. It was Days Gone, Spider-Man, God of War, Shadow of the Colossus,
and no dates.
and no dates.
Wow.
For
what's next then?
For
no,
Sony
next
wise,
conference is that it or Ubisoft? We already talked about Ubisoft, didn't we?
Ubisoft. I mean, they showed the Mario and Rabbids game. They showed Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
Origins.
they kind of mixed themselves into everybody else's.
Yeah, and they didn't really announce anything that was like, oh my gosh.
Well, they did for the Rabbids game.
Yeah, the Rabbids game. Yeah, they did that, and then they showed more Far Cry 5.
Because, by the way, that was teased and leaked early, and people were contemplating whether that was going to be real or not, and it turned out to be real.
Yeah, and it turned out to be real. Also, they announced, I don't know if anyone cares or not, but The Crew 2, they announced that.
Nope.
Yep. Didn't think so. The Crew 2, that's pretty much mostly showed more South Park. Actually, a South Park game is coming to mobile.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is interesting.
What's it called?
Later this year, that they
mobile butthole.
That's actually pretty clever.
You're welcome. You're
I
welcome.
honestly forgot the name of it, but yeah, I mean, South Park looks fun. Assassin's Creed looks fun. Far Cry looks fun.
Sweet.
Mario looks fun, and then Bethesda. There was a short
I heard that was just like a short, disappointing presentation.
Yeah, that was a little weird. The Evil Within 2 was announced.
I did see that. The trailer looked pretty cool.
Wolfenstein 2 was announced.
I did like the Wolfenstein games.
I already pre-ordered both Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein 2. They showed Skyrim VR. Nothing really groundbreaking. They're like, oh my god, here you go. You need to see this Doom VR.
That
as
would
well.
be cool. Although I'd rather
That would
play
be cool.
Skyrim VR than Doom VR, because Skyrim's more exploratory. I could be like hiking, and Doom VR I'd just be sweating and screaming for my life. So yeah, I can mess people up in Skyrim with a sword and go hiking up a mountain, but Doom I'm just like in hell always. Looking around every corner. So, but yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, but I mean, this year's E3 was, I thought it was
fun. I thought there was some good stuff in Microsoft and Nintendo, but other than that, it was okay. You know.
Yeah, it was just okay. It was just okay. I mean, this was the very first E3 that was open to the public.
I think that's why they went out a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Didn't want to disappoint
but
too
I mean,
bad.
No, I heard everyone had a good time, even though some people were waiting 5 hours.
I heard about that.
To play a 15-minute
especially
demo.
like Super Mario Odyssey. There were people that didn't even. There were major gaming outlets that didn't even get a chance to play it because the lines were so long.
Yeah,
which is funny.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. And they had like, I think it was like 64,000.
Yeah, it was packed.
There.
That's what I heard. I saw photos. It was jam freaking packed.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about public being able to go to gaming conferences, only because it makes our job more difficult, especially at PAX and E3. Those two places, PAX, for a fact, if you're press, you get treated poorly. If you're a consumer, a paying consumer, you get treated nicer. Because they want paying consumers. You know, there, and I hope E3 doesn't turn into that, because that will just turn into a shit show. It'll be harder to cover stuff, and people will stop going from the press.
Well, maybe from the press, but not from everyone else. Because I mean, I think this is a way for them to be like, oh, we're starting back. Where E3 is going to be come back and all alive and well. Because I mean, the tech is were $150 and what 64,000 people.
The business passes were $900.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I almost was able to go for that, but it's just I had another trip coming up, so I couldn't go. That's why I remotely covered it. But yeah, that's how much the business passes are. $900.
Get yours next year.
Yeah, next year I'm gonna for sure make the way to go. Whether I'm buying my pass or getting it through media, I'm going.
Well, hopefully we'll be invited to go.
Me too. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. We'll do it way more in advance this time. We kind of delayed a little bit, unfortunately, this year. Everybody was busy with their schedule. We did it last minute, and didn't get accepted because of that. Because I think it's like I did it a few weeks before. You're supposed to do it way earlier than that. So. But anyway, that's all we got for E3. So excited. There's going to be good games coming out. Get your reserve list out. By the way, we didn't speak about any of this other stuff, but there are going to be awesome amiibos coming out. So...
You know, I don't even own not one amiibo.
I know, that's why I just brought it up, just to let everybody know, because, you know, there's going to be the 3 wedding amiibos for Bowser, Mario, and Peach. For Mario Odyssey, there's going to be the Metroid amiibos with the actual Metroid and Samus and Pose 2 from Metroid 2, I believe. There's going to be a Goomba and the Turtle Dudes. I forget what they're called. Oh my god. Don't kill me. From Mario. Koopas. There's going to be 2 of those for the Superstar Saga game. And then there's going to be all brand new Breath of the Wild amiibos, which is awesome. It's going to be all the heroes from each of the shrines, I believe. So yeah, I pre-ordered all those. Well, not all of them. All the Breath of the Wild ones, and then Metroid, and then Mario.
Of course you did. I expect nothing less.
Yes, I already have all the other Breath of the Wild amiibos. I needed these. They look so cool. So, and who knows what they'll do later. with the DLC and other stuff. You never know.
Yeah, I guess you'll never know.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Like I said, if we missed something or you disagree or you want to actually say, tell us what you think your favorites were, let us know on Facebook, Twitter, or in the comments below in this post within GameGravy.com. And we will see you next week. All right.
All right.
All right.
Catch
Bye.
you later.